Gen Con 2019, I'm filming from the event room of Renegade Games, where they have a couple of really interesting new releases set up. And here, Terry has promised to tell us a little bit about one of the new releases, which is Terror Below, which seems to be inspired by good old movies from the 80s.
There's a lot of influence and inspiration from all sorts of pop culture that is infused in this game. But this is an original universe, an original game theme from Mike Elliott, who designed the game. It is based on this idea that you are a bounty hunter in the Nevada desert, kind of near Area 50-something, where the government's been doing experiments. And it seems to be that there are now monsters that come from beneath, terror below. They're referred to as weapons of remote massacre, or worms, and they attack from above. You as a bounty hunter need to collect their eggs, navigate the rubble they leave all over the ground, and then deliver those eggs to various locations to get items and better equipment, and then, get paid, because you are trying to score at the end of the game the victory points, and you earn those victory points by collecting the eggs and delivering them, as well as killing worms. So when a worm attacks, you, in your vehicle, can attack them back with your weaponry that you've amassed by going about your bounty hunting tasks. And then the attack happens. Your leader either lives and survives and kills the worm, or they perish, and you have to deal with the consequences of that. You have 3 heroes on your squad. Each one of them gets promoted to leader when the previous leader passes. It's field promotions.
So the leaders are represented by
these cards
characters
here. So you have the doctor. The game has many characters. All of them are different. There's a lot of different mixes, and you deal them randomly, and each of them has a different ability, which is nice to have. So you can have a doctor, you can have a nurse, you can have a homemaker, a life coach. There's a dog in the set as well, which is really delightful. He's a good boy. And so the game gives you a lot of options, a lot of replayability. Similarly, the locations on the map where you deliver the eggs, they're actually movable, so you can change them as to where you want to put them on the board. Again, giving you a lot of replayability, and the component quality is always very high. We have beautiful art by Eric Hebler, who designed or illustrated the game. The board is a unique shape as well, which is really delightful, and is double-sided as well. So on the back side, it looks like this, but there's a canyon in the middle, and you take your meeple vehicles, which represent you, and you can actually jump the canyon.
Okay,
that's a specific maneuver and an action.
That's nice. Can you give me a sense of what you do in a turn, or the turn structure?
So the turn structure is very simple. You get your vehicle cards. Each worm has a set number of vehicle cards that they get activated on. So you take your vehicle card, you play your vehicle. If you trigger an ability from your coach, that gets resolved at the end, but you get this many actions. So that's either can move, you can pick up rubble. When you collect 3 of them, you can get either an item or a weapon or an item, and ultimately you can pick up eggs and move them. When you pick up an egg, that's the end of your turn. It doesn't matter if you have extra action points, so it's best to kind of space your actions so that they align with the number of action points, knowing you're going to end with the egg. And then you can, on the subsequent turn, deliver your egg where you need it. Now, once you've resolved the number of actions, you then resolve the ability of the vehicle at the bottom. So you play a vehicle card face down. Now these vehicle cards, the number of vehicle cards on a worm will trigger the worm. So this worm here is number 2. That's this target here, and that activates that worm. They attack the spaces that are listed on here.
And they follow the diagram.
And they follow the diagram. So at 3 cards, this worm triggers. At 2 cards, this worm triggers. And you need to use your weapon cards to try to do this many damage to it, or your leader will perish. If they die, you flip them face down. It means they're dead. When a player has 3 dead heroes, they're out of the game, and every other player has 1 chance. It's a race to 20 victory points, so when one player gets 20 victory points, they are the winner.
Excellent. Sounds very exciting. And is the game available now?
It is launching for early release on August 7th, and then for full release everywhere, retailers everywhere, on August 21st.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Terry.
Thank you.